Now, back to Philly and Biden's really, really dangerous speech where he vilified and demonized half the country. And he's referred to MAGA Republicans as semi-fascists. Fascists. You call your political opponent a fascist when you have the bully pulpit of the White House. You call half the country who didn't vote for you a threat to democracy. So when an 18-year-old man gets run over by a 41-year-old man, and the 41-year-old man tells authorities he killed the 18-year-old because he was a, quote, Republican extremist, unquote, what do we do with this story? Is it in the mainstream media? Not a lick, not a word. Barely a blip on the radar. Fortunately, Jesse Waters covered it last night on his show on Fox News Channel.
Joe Biden says MAGA Republicans are the country's most dangerous threat. But we're learning of what appears to be a politically motivated murder in North Dakota. And it's not a semi-fascist Republican who may have blood on his hands. This is 41-year-old Shannon Brandt. He's charged with vehicular homicide after he chased down and ran over an 18-year-old with his SUV early Sunday morning. That teenager's name is Kaylor Ellingson, and a GoFundMe page has been started to financially support his family in their time of need. But this was no ordinary hit and run. Brandt admits to killing Ellingson over a political dispute that allegedly occurred during a local street dance. According to court documents, Brandt told a dispatcher that he killed the teenager because he was, quote, part of a Republican extremist group, and he was afraid they were coming to get him. Court documents paint a different story, though. They say Ellingson called his mom twice while Brandt was chasing him down. And by the time his poor mother arrived at the scene to pick him up, it was too late. Brandt appeared in court on Monday where he was held on a $50,000 bond, but he objected, saying he has a family to get to.
I have a job and a life and a house and things that I don't exactly want to see, go by the wayside. Family that are very important to me.
Yeah, family's important to everyone. And Kaylor Ellingson was brutally taken from his. Over what? Politics. Some 40-year-old man feels threatened by a teenager because he thought he was an extremist Republican? Less than a month after Joe Biden smeared Republicans as a threat to America? Could you imagine if this happened the other way around, if Brandt killed a Biden voter over a political dispute? It'd be front page news all over the country.
Can you answer Jesse Waters' question for me? Could you imagine if this happened the other way around? This crime happened in North Dakota less than a month after Joe Biden smeared Republicans as a threat to America. If this guy in North Dakota had killed a Biden voter over a political dispute, what do you think would be happening? Now, we need to be very careful about a story like this. And I believe in responsibility. And I believe that we've got to refuse to be reckless. A young man is dead. An 18-year-old's family is grieving. A 41-year-old who wants to go home to his family because, he likes loves his family. He's accused of killing him because the young man was a Republican extremist. I don't blame Joe Biden for the actions of this 41-year-old man in North Dakota, but there ought to be some accountability for calling half the country evil fascists. And the President of the United States did that just a few weeks ago.